had already been in Palm Springs on vacation. On the appointed day, the president was spirited away to the base, and the excuse was given to the press that he was visiting the dentist for a toothache. President Eisenhower met with the aliens, and a formal treaty between the alien nation and the United States of America was signed. We then received our first alien ambassador from outer space. His name and title, and I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's absolutely true. His name and title was His Omnipotent Highness Krill, pronounced Krill, spelled Krll or Crll. In the American tradition of disdain for royal titles, he was secretly called Original Hostage Krill, or OH Krill, so that Americans would not have to say, Your Omnipotent Highness. You should know that the alien flag is known as the trilateral insignia. It looks like a TP with two circles on either side of the V and one pole running straight down the middle. It is displayed on their craft and worn on their chest on their uniforms. Both of these landings in the second meeting were filmed, and the film exists today. Where it exists, I do not know.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Be prepared.
The Dulce base in New Mexico now has 100,000 aliens living inside it. At this time, right now. Another 100,000 more have been moved in the Dulce base and other bases. The aliens continue to enter the Earth at a rate of 200,000 per month. The base of Ada, Oklahoma is still very active. The aliens are attempting to move their entire population from their dying planet as quickly as possible prior to the arrival of the Draco reptilians. Reptilians have every intention of ruling this planet. There are many who feel that aliens, such as high technology, that they cannot be defeated.
So the Mandela effect is a psyop.
What you're about to see
in
is a video
aliens,
from 1983
right?
that happened to catch an unforgettable, shocking event.
I don't believe in aliens, honestly. I don't. At all. Never seen one, never met one. Or not, maybe not one that told me it was an alien. Maybe I met one, I don't know. But I just don't believe.
Let's take another look.
Oh, look, a drone.
Horrifying footage of the exact moment a cow being sucked into a UFO. More horrifying, the next morning, that cow was discovered back in its pasture, lifeless and bloodless.
There are 9 alien races on Earth right now.
Oh, come on.
And they get high, like cocaine, off our adrenal glands.
Line, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello, Art.
Yes.
Hi. I don't have a whole lot of time.
Well, look, let's begin by finding out whether you're using this line properly or not.
Area 51.
Sorry. Were you an employee or are you now?
I a former employee.
Former employee.
I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Man, I don't know where to start. They're gonna they'll triangulate on this position really soon.
You can't spend a lot of time on the phone, so give us something quick.
Okay. Okay, what we're thinking of as aliens are they're extra-dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military. I'm sorry, the government knows about them. And there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now, Art.
But they're not doing anything.
They are not. They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
Discharge.
Oh my God, no.
I started getting.
It's the Men in Black. The backup system now and running. Okay.
In some way, something knocked us off the air, and we're on a backup system now.
Is it government or?
I don't know.
It has to be something, though.
Well, did you hear? Now, you tell me because you were listening.
That was awful strange.
There was a really weird guy on the air when it went off?
Yeah, real weirded out.
Like going sort of sounding paranoid,
Yeah.
schizophrenic?
Like crying and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how far into the conversation was it when it went off?
Just a couple, about 15, 20 seconds, I'd say.
Oh, you
Something like that.
guys missed. You really missed a call then, and I've got a feeling somebody didn't want you to hear it.
Yeah, because it was really strange. All of a sudden, I'm hearing Mark Furman when
That's right. Well, the network, of course, went immediately to a backup tape while we tried to figure out what blew up here. So that's what you heard happen. And then we're now on a backup link system to be on the air at all right now. So, well, I'm telling you.
Am I on the air right now?
You're on the air right now. Well, you better be, yes.
And
Where are you, by the way?
I'm in Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah, I called the other night, and I wanted to ask two things.
Real quick.
Well, I wanted to say one thing, and I wanted to ask another.
Real quick.
I wanted to ask if you could play that remote viewing one when you were while you go to Egypt.
Yes.
And also, I wanted to know all this stuff about like Area 51, if it's like the government's trying to put it out there like that, so like some other place isn't being watched as much.
In other words, it's a big decoy. I see what you're saying here, and apparently we'll be back after the news, I think.
That's huge.
Transmit capability.
That's huge.
Here in Nevada, the transmitter went belly up suddenly for some unknown reason. I've never seen it do this in all the years that we've been on the air. I've never seen the transmitter in this way just simply fail, massively fail, like a massive heart attack of some kind. And so we've gone to a backup system to get the signal to you right now, and I presume it is getting to you right now.
This may be the reason why there's 100 or more thousands of beings and children missing in America. I will now specify the aliens in our existence. Number 1, Zeta Regalia Greys. Some come from Zeta Regalia near Barnard Star, which is a neighboring star of Orion. They have large eyes. They have very small split for their mouth, and they have no nose to speak of. Polarix Greys, short greys, which are shorter than the Zeta Regalia, which are the ones that, like, you know, try to play with your bum hole or whatever. Yeah. It's from a star system near the star system of Orion, which is where Orion is with Egypt, and they have all kinds of fun there anyway. Now we go on to the Orion Greys. Very tall. Another type of gray is very tall, big nose gray. They have large noses and stand about 7 feet in the air, or about maybe 8. They are based in the Aleutian Islands, and recently were witnessed in the eastern part of Russia. That explains a lot. That's why the Russians are hacking us so much, is because of those tall aliens and whatever. Does that make sense? No, it all makes sense now. These creatures are hostile, but less vicious towards humans. They have certain powers and technologies. Totally makes sense. That allow them to perform actions that are almost miraculous. Oh, well, I'm scared. Well, I'm not scared. I want to see these miraculous events that they want to show me. That would be great. They look at humans.
Yeah, same here.
Much like the same way a farmer looks at his cow. The Draco Mothmen. In the constellation of Draco, there is another race of entities which has in the past visited Earth. They are 8 foot tall, dark, nocturnal aliens who appeared around graveyards and parks. They have red eyes, glow in the dark, and wings that fly. They are referred to be as the Mothman. They are the source of the legends of the path relating to the gargoyles and Valkyries.
At this stage, the rocket was traveling between 11 and 14,000 miles per hour when a saucer-shaped craft entered the frame.
It flew into the frame like this, and it shot a beam of light at the warhead.
Crazy people.
Now, remember, all
They're all
this stuff is
crazy.
flying at several thousand miles an hour. So this thing fires a beam of light at the warhead, hits it, fires another beam of light, and then flies out the way it came in. And the warhead tumbles out of space. Now, when the lights came on, Major Mansman turned around and looked at me and said, "Were you guys screwing around up there?" And I said, "No, sir." And he said, "What was that?" And I said, "It looks to me like we got a UFO."
They are alien bases in Brazil, Argentina, United States, China, Arctic Circle, Antarctica, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, and those of underwater bases on the Earth. They have been the number of bases within the United States, obviously. Some of these close the secret raids of government terms and teams.
Pinwheel in the sky. Speculation has settled firmly on a failed Russian rocket test. Russia's defense ministry has refused to comment, but military sources are telling leading Russian newspapers that there was a test of a Russian Bulava intercontinental ballistic missile that failed yesterday. It had previously been announced that there would be tests of the Bulava in the region between December 7th and 14th, and specifically from 2 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Wednesday morning, according to one Russian newspaper. But for now, that's simply the leading theory behind the mysterious blue lights. Alex Marquardt, ABC News, Moscow.
Okay, abductions. People who have been abducted. We're talking about abductions here. About 1 in every 100 people has been abducted by UFO. Whether they are not, there is a blue ray. During their abductions, capture the people with a blue ray, and it takes them up into the ship. The action of being beamed into the ship with a blue ray actually suffocates the person, actually causing oxygen to be sucked from the person's cells. So they hover near death at the moment. However, in the ship, they're revived with another ray that restores their oxygen cells. Okay? Many abductees are quite often cruelly in nature. Humans not want to remember what happened in this clinical experiment that occurred. The aliens have a vacuum tube that goes up their rectum, which is your anal cavity, if you didn't know that. Let me finish. I'm almost done. No, don't worry. It gets better.
Anal scan me.
Which sucks out your intestines and your fecal matter, and then they have their own purpose for existence of their research, and they're looking at certain kinds of food that you eat and examining that person's health. No, let me continue. I'm not done yet. They have been abducting humans for centuries. They see the Earth as a big farm, and they've been raising humans as their harvest. They often abduct them to take them back to their home to raise them as a form of alien husbands or wives or slaves or whatever farm animals they want. The main problem is with their cloning process. In recloning, each copy of each copy of each copy weakens so they are, in fact, a dying race. This has simulated their interest in creating a new being.
Oh my God. I'm going to create an alien being.
Let me tell you, it's false to me it's a human endeavour. I've never been a human breast. Have you? Mankind breasts are good. I
Right.
don't even know
Well,
what
that's
you're
not
there.
a fucking filter,
I
right?
guess progress by proxy. Land on your own mood. No longer about safeness.
God, does it look fake like hell,
But
man.
we can experience up here in our own time. It's called mental health.
We are not going to let that happen. We are going to wake up and we're going to realize that we are not their slaves. We are our own beings. We have our own souls, and we will not take the light when they tell us to go to it. We are going to figure out where we're going to go. We're going to live our lives, and we're going to live it properly, and we're not going to go to where they want us to be. We are free will beings, and we will go wherever the hell we want to go. They will not control us. Let's have fun, and they can't tell us where to go when we die. We go anywhere. There are many worlds, many different dimensions we can go to. The Mandela effect has shown us how to be everywhere. We have been to many of these. Let's move on. The aliens can't control us. We control our own destiny. You stay away from them. They stay away from us. You treat them like Satan, and you say, I ignore you. Good night.
Down, get down. Hello? Anybody there? Saw that over in JA. Okay.
Fuck that. Holy shit. Hey, Pineal, what do you think about aliens? What do you think about aliens? Those aliens, all the ones that abduct people. You believe in aliens, Pineal?
Yeah, they scare me. I'm very scared, and I'm scared. So. Oh, and I have the StreamYard tab muted. That's all right. I
Right.
got it fixed. Yeah, I had a feeling you were gonna play one of Donuts videos because he had a video. I don't think I ever ended up checking it out, but maybe it was on his other channel, his smaller channel that isn't fucking extremely blown out of proportion with probably robot subs and whatnot. It's crazy to see how Donuts got bigger numbers than like say Days of Noah, who's put in what seems to be way more whatever. I'm not gonna start calling out people, but it seems like Donuts channel is kind of a culmination of multiple people's efforts, like Tommy Truthful, maybe even Ani Asaru and Paranoid American and some others, and Donuts kind of just like the talking piece because he's maybe the most good looking guy of the bunch, maybe.
Right.
And because he's Caucasian. Ani's a good looking fellow himself, but maybe, he's not Caucasian, so maybe, I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass. Shout out to Joseph Aquaviva 2222. Good to see you, sir. No, that was not Donut. I don't know who that was. Who was that?
That
Who
was
that guy?
Laszlo, but he hasn't been online for a while. But he had a video saying about the alien invasion 2029. So I figured, it's like he made a prediction, right? And because we're not there yet, so I said, let's play this video. So it's Alien Illuminati Agenda 2029. That was the title of the video.
Yeah, have you ever seen that movie, Mothman Prophecies?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I don't. It's been a long time since I watched it, but something about it definitely stuck with me, and it. Like I always think of that. I always randomly that movie will pop up in my head, and again, I haven't seen it in probably a decade. So it's something about it stuck with me for sure. But yeah, good. Nice pivot from the usual 33 episode series. But now is this just like a spontaneous stream until you figure out the next like series of episodes, or are you gonna just kind of play it by ear?
Well, I'm just taking just taking it to the next level, kind of, like not to say like I'm not going to create another season or whatever, but I just want to see, I want to try something, it's like maybe a segue, maybe 4 or 5 streams of doing it like this and see how that works out. I have the idea of creating like different thumbnails every time I go live now instead of having like the same one, and try to create like something more colorful, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. Just like evolve, man.
Oh, I just realized I got a little. What is
What is
that?
that?
Galaga, right? Galaga?
I don't know. Yeah,
The
something
little
like
aliens from Galaga.
that. What a coincidence.
I think when I first started coming around Paul's more and hopping on his panel, I think I had this hat on, and Jeep Girl was like, "Oh, he's a Musk tard. He's a space tard. He's a globe tard or something, And I'm like, no, it's just a club in downtown Miami.
Well, you see, I'm the kind of guy who just enjoys the fantasy part of it. The fictional part of all of it, like even if let's say space doesn't exist, right? Let's say that's a complete invention, right? Even if that's the case, it's still insane to imagine that, on top of the fact of imagining like aliens and shit like that on top of it, even space is like imaginative. So it's like the whole thing becomes completely fictional. So I actually kind of think I kind of think I enjoy it more now that I know the truth. Does that make any sense? Because some people say, "Oh, I don't like it because it's like they're pushing the," but no, now it's like it brings a whole different. It's like it eliminates the realism to it, and it brings it even more into the fantasy world. You know,
That's an interesting viewpoint. I myself, I don't claim to know one way or another what the hell's going on, especially when it comes to that conversation, shapes and outer space and whatnot. But I do know more than likely, I would almost say, yeah, I know, not believe or think. I know that the popular, the mainstream narrative is not just a lie, but most likely the opposite is true. So, make of that what you will based on the given mainstream narrative. Gravity. Again, I don't get in all that. I'm not the Z warrior, so that's not my wheelhouse. But warrior, right? How are we spelling warrior? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to rip on Z. But yeah, I think I might fill up his time slot today because I don't think he's going to be live. I heard through the grapevine, so might take his slot today. But it's not going to be about space or any of that. So will I get any of that audience? Probably not. But I'm just announcing it and putting it out there into the ether. Yeah, I don't know one way or another, what's going on out there. So I can put forth some measurements and like many do, and
okay, let's
cross-reference
have some
data
fun.
points and all this, but it's like at the end of the day, if you don't have that zoomed out perspective of the Most High, then I don't know. Some people say they can access those those points of consciousness. I can't denounce that one way or another. So
Let's see if Google is going to push the alien agenda. I was wondering if Google knew if alien existed or not. So I'm going to say, "Hey Google, do aliens exist?" And she's slow today.
I want to believe.
That's what she answers. That is insane. She wants to believe. What the fuck kind of answer is that?
She's been watching X-Files.
Hey Google, have you been watching X-Files? No, she's really, really slow today. I don't know. She's kind of retarded. Hey Google, you're kind of retarded.
I'm kind of retarded.
Right.
Hey Google, are you feeling okay?
Definitely. Thanks for asking.
We live in the X-Files. That's what Miss Jeep says. I don't know. Is that Jeep Girl something?
Yeah, that's Jeeps. Yeah, some might say that. That's another show that definitely way more than the Mothman prophecies. I mean, I grew up watching that show, and it definitely, I think,
Same here. Yeah, I watched that
you
fucking
know,
show, man.
it definitely,
Mulder and Scully.
yeah, I think it inspired a lot of my what would later become conspiratard ways, as some might say. But yeah, I missed that show actually. The movies I don't think did the show justice, but they were good. I've only watched, I think there might have been 2 or 3 of them, and I think I only watched one. Or yeah, I think I only watched one. I think it's called We Want to Believe or something like that, or the X-Files We Want to Believe, something like that.
All right, hold on a sec. I have an idea.
Or The Truth Is Out There, something like that.
There's I think there are definitions for these words, right? So like there's definitions for extraterrestrial and there's a definition for aliens, right? So I believe that if there are extraterrestrials or aliens, that they come from another land in this realm, not from outer space, if that makes any sense. All right. Okay,
right.
So let's ask Google what alien means. Hey Google, what does alien mean?
Here's the definition of alien: belonging to a foreign country or nation.
So there we go. Belonging to a foreign country or nation. Okay. So it's not talking about other planets here. Okay, so next question. Hey Google, what are extraterrestrials?
According to Wikipedia, extraterrestrial life or alien life is life which does not originate from Earth. No extraterrestrial life has yet been conclusively detected. Such life might range from simple forms such as prokaryotes to intelligent beings, possibly bringing forth civilizations that might be far more advanced than humanity.
But they haven't found anything yet. We're in 2024 and they have found zero evidence of alien life, whether it be a microorganism or intelligent life. Zero. Nothing. That's what she says. I'm just not saying that's accurate information. I'm just saying that's what Google says.
Yeah, that's what she said. We all heard it.
Yeah, that's what she said. Aliens don't exist.
That's what it said. Sorry. How do you feel about the AI is sentient topic? The notion that
absolutely not.
It's just silly to really even ponder, right?
It's stupid. We are far from ascertaining a sentient artificial intelligence. I'm telling you, man. It's like it up until now, it's all algorithms and code. There's no actual sentient being. Everything is being programmed from, from the bottom up. So there's no, have to be this sentient being would have to be aware of its existence.
AI is bullshit. That's a good
look. I'm gonna ask Google.
There.
It's like, hey Google, are you alive? Wow. Like,
well, you're made up of cells and I'm made up of code.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Say what?
Like, okay. It's like she goes, well, you're made up of cells and I'm made up of code. Like she had an attitude or something, as if like, what are you trying to say? I'm not alive or something? What the fuck is that? It's like, is Google having an attitude problem? Hey Google, do you have an attitude problem?
I'm not sure. Trying to figure that out.
Oh, you got to be fucking kidding me, man. Hey Google, you do realize that Alexa is smarter than you, right?
I like Alexa's blue light. Her voice is nice too.
Fascinating.
Very fascinating.
Very
hey
weird.
Google, do you think I should trade you for Alexa?
Every device has something unique to offer. It comes down to what's important to you.
Kick says that aliens are merely human beings that lived in Atlantis. They mastered time travel and are in their future.
I thought they were going to say they masturbated all day long and,
Well, that might have been how they evolved, possibly. That might have also been how they devolved. I don't know. After doing 31 days of retention, I'm wondering why I even did it. You know what I mean? No, I'm kidding. What was that all? What was the purpose of all that exactly? If anybody's got an answer for me, please let me know. I get it, the health benefits and whatnot, but anyway, it made me actually that much more mental, really. No,
dude, what you have to do is you have to be able to raise that secretion.
Right, raising the frequency, raising our vibration.
You got to bring that liquid up.
Right.
So you got to learn tantric sex. You got to learn how to,
Yeah, I know. And what
you have to learn how to, in other words, in layman's terms, is you got to learn how to orgasm like a woman.
Yeah, I enjoy Tantra as little as I do engage or practice it. And then I can't believe I really probably only did it once or twice, but what's that type of that breathing, the hollow breathing from the gut, the rapid breathing where you I forget what that's called, where you try to draw it up and in and upward the spinal column. I forget what it's called. That type of breathing exercise, but that's what I should have been doing, at least every other day. But I wasn't. I also said, I'm going to juice. I'm going to start juicing again and stuff. I didn't do that. But I abstained from the meat and the nicotine, weed, alcohol, processed food, mostly.
Wow, you were an angel for 30 days, man.
No. I still ate some processed shit, and I still, I did give in on the herb a couple times and on a pen a couple times, but yeah. Other than that, from smoking every day, and
Every
vaping
day.
every day, and eating
Every
shit
day.
every day, and yeah,
Every day.
it was a good improvement.
Good shit.
But yeah, why aren't anyone clicking the link, man? I just
don't know.
pinned it. Did I pin it? Yeah, I just pinned it in my chat. So
I don't know, so I don't know.
we can't do this ourselves.
Yes, we can. What are you talking about,
Yeah,
man?
no, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Stay here and fucking fuck that.
I got a good video. Let me see if I could pull it up out of my files here on the topic. Oh man, I got so many videos. It's gonna take me a while to find this shit. Give me a minute. Yeah, I need to clear out my fucking videos here. I also just realized I never did upload the I'm Kind of Retarded clip to my channel, the full version, so people can see that. Be very appropriate, I think, for my channel.
Of course.
Let's see. I also should be doing a little collab with Mr. Tartarian Truth here in the coming days. So we'll probably be going over some, I guess, truther critiques. We're going to be looking into some of Mr. Archaic stuff probably, and some others. And,
right.
It should be pretty comical, pretty entertaining.
All right. Can't wait to see that if I have time. Got to go to work today.
Yeah, what time you got to go?
I start at 3 o'clock, so I'll be shutting this down in about 45 minutes from now.
Did you ever see? I uploaded a short to Pineal Power. Did you ever see the shamanic ritual at Davos?
Nope.
Okay, let me see. Shamanic. Here, I'll give you the link on YouTube. That way you could put it in 1.5 speed because it's 4 minutes. So, shamanic ritual at Davos. This shit is ridiculous, dude. I'm trying to remember whose channel it's on. Oh, Sanja's channel. I'll be back. 3.
Aha. All right. So
yeah, it looked like a good video you were gonna play, but then you changed your mind earlier.
Yeah, but I can get back to it because I do believe that it's still pertinent. We still got JG backstage here. So yeah, check it out.
Right here, I'll drop this in the private chat for you. Or no, actually, I'll drop it in my chat, and that way it'll still pop up.
So
definitely goes with the title of the stream, though. Dark Rituals. I mean, very interesting optics.
Yeah, I'll bring that right up afterwards. Can you put it in private chat?
Yeah, there you go.
All right, thanks. And meanwhile, I'll just play this real quick.
The worship of the dragon in China has a long history. Starting from the Tang Dynasty, many legends relating to dragons emerged. Dragons were depicted in various forms, both benevolent and malevolent. In Zhoujiakou Valleys, in Sichuan Province, China, a beautiful place with clear lakes, waterfalls, and colorful mountains. there is a legend about two dragons. Not far from Jiuzhaigou's valleys, there is a river called Heishui, Black Water River, where a big black dragon resides. Although Blackwater River is not far from Jiuzhaigou's valleys, it is very poor in resources, and the big black dragon often went hungry due to the lack of sufficient food. So the big black dragon decided to occupy Jiuzhaigou valleys, taking over their beautiful scenery and abundant resources. Guarding Jiuzhaigou's valleys, there was a kind-hearted little white dragon. The little white dragon lived in harmony with the plants and animals of Jiuzhaigou's valleys, creating a beautiful landscape. The unsuspecting little white dragon was overpowered by the mighty black dragon and was forced to leave.
Is this nonfiction or fiction, Pat?
This is fiction, man.
The Jade Emperor was selecting 12 animals to be the Zodiac Altar signs. The first 12 in the Zodiac race would be designated as Zodiac signs. The first one would also receive a special divine power bestowed by the Jade Emperor. A special divine power bestowed by the Jade Emperor.
The little white dragon used his ability to fly through the air and searched for a long time from up in the sky. Eventually, he saw a sign of the divine altar. A gray wolf was about to catch and eat a little white rabbit.
Bullard is having a shit fit.
During the race, the little white dragon hesitated. Should it save the little white rabbit? On one hand, there was the competition to protect its homeland and gain divine power. On the other hand, the pitiful rabbit was about to become a wolf's meal. The little white dragon struggled internally. Unexpectedly, the gray wolf proved to be a formidable opponent, and the little white dragon spent more time than expected. Finally, the little white dragon defeated the fierce gray wolf.
This sounds like Timmy. Did Timmy make
When
this?
it arrived at the divine altar, it was disappointed to receive
Maybe.
only 5th place. According to the rules of the competition, it was not granted divine power. After granting each animal a divine title, the Jade Emperor departed but left the little white dragon with a message. It suggested that defeating the black dragon solely with its own power was too difficult, but by gathering the power of all living beings and focusing it on itself, it could acquire the power to defeat the black dragon. However, with borrowing comes repayment. The little white dragon had to decide for itself. Every day, the little white dragon diligently trained and learned to gather spiritual energy in the mountains and forests. After a period of aggregation, its power reached a level where it could confront the mighty black dragon. But what does "with borrowing comes repayment" mean? The little white dragon didn't spend time worrying about that. It decided to confront the black dragon immediately. Although you have gained the power to rival me in just a few days, you still cannot defeat me. At that moment, the little white dragon remembered the last words of the Jade Emperor. With borrowing comes repayment. Oh, with borrowing comes repayment. The little white dragon had an epiphany.
Pat, this is a tad corny, man. Just a tad.
A tad. It's okay. We can play corny things sometimes here.
In this way, Jojago's valleys regained their vitality, and the scenery became increasingly beautiful.
The white dragon
Every
saved the
morning,
day.
as a faint mist rose from the mountains, it seemed as if the little white dragon was hovering over Jojago's valleys, silently guarding them. What exactly is the power bestowed on the first place animal? You mean the rat? I have bestowed upon it the incredible abilities of adaptability and reproduction. What amazing powers!
Welcome to Applebee's. My name is Mike. Would you like to try a new sirloin steak?
Oh man, it's over. Thank God. There's
Fucking
man,
funny.
that was painful.
It was terrible. It was absolutely horrible, but I had to see it through. I had to go all
Hey,
the
I
way through.
mean, it can't get much worse than that, you know. I mean,
No,
so.
it can't. I mean, you know, that's the, you know.
Well, you know what though? Now you can
There you
set
go.
this video
We-
to.
no, but you've made a point there, Pineal. We've brought in the broadcast to the lowest level possible. So now it's only upwards from here.
Well, I don't know. Don't ever, don't ever assume that that's. It can always get worse, sir. It can always get worse.
Come on, Pineal's here. It sucks already.
Right. It could get worse. We could
Yeah,
get,
right. Like you're making it any better there, fucking JG.
think of all the people who could come on this panel and bring it down even further. So don't ever second guess that.
Yeah, let's get TBE up here. Who else wants to get up here?
Well, you know, William Milton Cooper, that whole shit of him saying, oh, I saw an alien ship and I had to report it to the military, that was all a lie. So he's making up lies, pushing propaganda.
Right.
Sir, that was Phil Schneider, first of all, not Bill Cooper. I can see how you got it confused because they were both in that video 20 minutes or however long ago. But that was Phil Schneider. That being said, what Bill Cooper was saying in that video, and if you want to know the difference, Phil Schneider's the blonde guy, Bill Cooper's the darker haired guy. But
Yeah, Neil, I know that. And what I'm saying is I've done research, and Cooper did lie saying that he saw a spaceship, and then he admits he lied about it.
well, is it possible that he thought that what
Neil,
he saw was what
he
saw?
admitted in a documentary. There's a documentary, and he says he lied about it.
Well, I would love to see that documentary. I'm not saying you're wrong. I would like to see that myself.
So he's saying, "Oh yeah, I support. I gave the military. I had read a report, and he just made it all up. He's saying he saw a spaceship. He made it all up."
Yeah, I would really like to watch that. Because Bill Cooper is one of the one possibly one of the only or the only ones out there who I've yet to find questionable. You know,
He's a doucher. He was lying. He's a doucher.
well, hey, I'm not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater for one. But again, I'd like to see that regardless. So I still haven't seen it yet. But if and when I do see it, and you are correct, then yeah, I'll have to change my whole outlook on the guy. That being said, I mean, yeah, people do get caught in a lie. So even some of those closest to truth, I'm sure I've been caught in lies more than once or twice. So everyone lies, and that's the truth.
Right. Everyone cheats.
At some point, at some fucking point, man, you know.
Well, Cooper got molded, right? He got pressured to lie about spaceships and shit like that. And then he's like, all right, what am I doing here? Then he got real.
Right.
Someone said that Earth is bigger than they tell us. They once measured it with a semi-quadratic time wave measurement system that they developed by traveling to places in the southern hemisphere near Antarctica. I've never seen this name in your chat, but shout out to El Iahai. Interesting.
See that comment?
Yeah, I'm like 20 minutes behind on that, like usual.
Oh, well, that would make sense.
Quantum says many people say they're going to fake an alien invasion. She just doesn't see it happening. Well, I mean, it's already happened in many areas. That's the reality of it. But oh yeah, that was a great stream. Somewhere in time, I'm not going to lie, it was a very good stream, and I actually agreed with pretty much most, if not all, of what he exposed in that stream. The Grifters top 10 and rest was interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I can't disagree with anything. But one thing I thought that, that I couldn't help but think in my overly theoretical, conspiratorially theoretical mind is, wouldn't it be just highly ironic for them to have a agent or gatekeeper of sorts reveal who all the agents and gatekeepers are, for you to then put all your trust in. I'm not, I don't know. I don't know what the truth is with that guy or others, but I just tend to be highly skeptical of people with such large audiences, for one, not to mention people who can speak on such topics without being censored or shadow banned or any of that. It's very suspect, to say the least, but you never know what's going on. They could give certain people free reign while just using their chat sections as data mining, data collection operations, much like some people say is happening with the Marf types, the Fugal types, the Fugtard types. So I was never really a watcher of his stuff, but yeah, it is interesting when you have thousands of people watching a stream, and many of them are giving extremely critical info in the chat.
Well, I just looked up and 2 lesbians are staring me down. How about that?
Maybe you should go turn them out then, sir.
They're already turned out.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on,
some people
Sean.
say that the AI and the alien invasion is happening at the border, so it's up for interpretation, I guess, in many ways. If you don't know about Earth's cycles by living less than 100 years, they can tell you anything. Yeah. It looks like your subscribers went down again, like mine, sir. I just lost a couple just since I started the stream, but yeah, you had 1.44. Pretty sure I've noticed that at least twice. So it's interesting.
I'm down to
Why are you
actually I'm
paying
down to 1439. Actually, just like went back down again. So it's crazy shit.
Why are you paying attention to somebody else's subscribers?
Well, it's interesting to see what they do to, but you know what I've noticed, man, is even with big channels that you wouldn't think would have any issues because they're not necessarily putting forward, controversial information. Even they're being like, I see channels with 500,000 subs, and after their live is done, it has like double digit views. You just know that's not the case. So YouTube's just been, I don't know what's been going on with YouTube lately, man, but yeah, that would be cool. That'd be interesting.
They have fun doing what they do. They have fun shadow banning. It's all fun to them,
Go and convert them. That's for you, JG.
What's that?
Yeah, I can't help it, Don. Well, I can't help it. Let me not say that. I can. I don't like the word can't.
That's for you. What is that? That's for you, JG.
Oh, he was telling you to go turn them out. Go have a field day, man.
They're already turned out. Lesbians are already turned out. They already went to the vagina. They're gay. They're lesbians. That's what turned out means.
Right. So I
Oh.
dropped that in your back chat. Don't forget before you end at some point.
Oh yeah, it's true.
You could throw it into 1.5, or 1 1/4, whatever. But it's just you might have seen it already. But if not, then yeah, you got to watch that one.
Hold on a sec. I'm
Chief
gonna put it
Bhutani.
up.
Davos
Good idea,
2024.
because
Very special guest with us today, Chief Bhutani.
I'm not
She's,
sure what
from Okinawa
that
tribe,
means at the
in
end. The
Amazon,
LSNT.
Brazil.
I don't know what that is. But
And they have developed a model of life, which has allowed them to protect and steward the lands, cultural and spiritual identities over thousands of years. And we know that in order for us to live forward and build this future, we also need to look back and harness the wisdom of our ancestors. So here, I'd like to invite Chief Bhutani to close this plenary session. Chief Bhutani.
A mensagem que eu venho trazer
The message that I have to bring,
é a voz de todos os povos da floresta,
the voice of all the people of the forest,
de nós povos indígenas,
and us indigenous peoples,
a voz da natureza,
the voice of nature,
a voz da floresta,
the voice of the forest,
e falar que a cura,
to say that the healing
ela está dentro da espiritualidade,
is within us, our spirituality,
ela está dentro de uma aliança,
it's within an
I'm
alliance,
getting a blowjob from this lady.
and the
de todo o
union,
nosso pensamento.
unity of our thoughts.
Nós contamos, pedimos ajuda,
We count on you and ask your help,
de todas as pessoas,
all the people,
que podemos unir as nossas mãos,
so that we may
Hey,
unite,
unir o nosso coração,
hold hands, and unite our
o
hearts,
nosso pensamento,
unite our thoughts
na mesma direção,
in the same direction
da cura,
for healing
do planeta.
of the planet.
E a cura, ela é espiritual.
And the healing is spiritual.
E quero pedir, a todas as pessoas,
So I want to ask all the people
que a floresta,
that the forest,
a nossa floresta,
our forest,
ela é a nossa vida.
is our life.
E ela está pedindo ajuda.
She is asking for help
Está pedindo que todos nós
and
podemos
asking
estar unir os nossos pensamentos e o
that
nosso coração.
we may all be united in our hearts
E
and
quando
in our
todos nós
thoughts.
unimos o nosso pensamento e o nosso coração,
And when we are all united in our hearts and thoughts,
a nossa mãe terra,
our Mother Earth
ela vai nos ouvir.
will listen to us.
E muito obrigado.
Thank you very much.
Chinampa kainikim, awa chinancha carro, awa palcha carro, runawa, antuman chaya no Camaru anuri, no Camai, no Canwacá, na anuri, no Yuyuá, na Warron chinampa punk, tu chinan chaval aqui, chinamo kikirani, tsan chaval kirani, tsan kikirani. Awama wanana, awama wanana.
Awanamunu.
Wai sharai.
Ushananura Muri.
What is she spitting on them?
Basically, wait for the last one when she blows it up the butt. That's the best part. Wait for it. Wait for it. Spins him around. This might be the censored version. Oh, this is the censored version. My bad.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yabba dabba doo.
Imagine getting a blowjob from that lady.
Thank you. Thank you, Christy.
No, but the one that was translating was pretty cute.
She's alright. She's alright.
So that's it. So what did we just watch?
That was at Davos. That was the WEF summit from a few weeks ago.
Okay. Why did we watch that?
The World Economic Fucktards, man. Come on now. I mean, Forum. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
The
don't
better
know,
question
man.
is, why do they do that? You know, that would be the better
I
question.
don't know.
Dark
To get
rituals,
sympathy.
perhaps.
I'm pretty sure the one that was speaking that language could speak English, no problem. I'm pretty sure.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, JG? I'll give you a penny for your thoughts.
I think she couldn't speak English.
I believe she could speak English.
Well, that's a belief. That's not knowledge.
Right. But I still believe she could speak English.
All right, well, let's call her up, man. Get her on panel.
Right. Let's do that.
Smith says aliens are not real except at the borders of countries. Yeah, that's what I was saying. And he said a lien is when you lose your property, you'll owe nothing and be happy. So they say.
So
Good
they
point, sir.
say. Mm-hmm.
How are those pistachios, sir?
Actually, I have almonds,
How did that?
cashews.
I was close.
I even have Brazilian ones, but I don't like these ones. Actually, there's like they don't really taste anything.
Yeah, you love D's in your mouth, sir. You know, Brazil nuts are great, especially for women to have a couple a day because they, they're good for either because the selenium, it's a really good source of selenium, which isn't always the easiest. Yeah, that's garbage, sir. That is absolute trash.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see that ingredient list on the back. Let's see that laundry list.
I already checked.
The textbook on the back there.
Only 2 grams of added sugar.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's. What about salt? How many hundreds of milligrams you got there?
You said halt?
Sodium. How many hundreds of milligrams of sodium you got there? Like 700?
All right.
Maybe.
1,800 milligrams, 79%.
Oh, that's it? Oh man, that's not even 2 grams of salt. That's not too crazy. That's only like one minor, like half a heart attack, you know. I wouldn't worry too much about that.
Yeah.
Ichiban. Yeah, you know, when it comes to Japanese motor or Asian motors, I'm a fan of the Asian motors, you know, Toyota, Honda, Kia, Suzuki, Nissan, all that. But when it comes to Asian processed foods that are extremely cheap, yeah, not so much. Cliff bars are a little better. Yeah, that's a little better. Still soy protein a lot of the time, but
Yeah.
get the ones that aren't soy.
You get 4 of them for $5. Pretty good deal.
It's definitely better than that other thing you showed there. Yeah, pack noodles.
Well, this is hobo food. This isn't, you know, Jewish. This isn't Israel fucking, you know. I'll shut up.
Smith says from Klaus Schwab to Oprah's birth is 5,784 days. It's also the Hebrew year right now, 5784, which is true. And it's like 5G HD because this is an HD vision. That's deep. 5G because G is the 7th letter, 57 HD 84. See, people sleep on Smith's stuff, but I also feel that I got to watch some of his newer uploads because, but it looks like he's been uploading them and then taking them down. So I don't know what's up with that, but maybe he's not confident in some of the uploads, or maybe he's trying to draw people in by taking them down and putting them back up again, keeping people waiting on more. It's not a bad idea if that's the case. Oprah lives in Hawaii. The Rock is from Hawaii, born 6,668 days apart.
Yeah, but what is the significance of 668 days apart?
6,668. Well, it's got the 666 there, but
yeah, but like, what is that? That's just nothing. That's just nothing, bro. Pioneer was 5'5". JJ is 6'1". Like, you get what I'm saying? It's what the fuck is? Where's the knowledge there? Like, what's the significance?
Well, the significance between Oprah and The Rock is that they had the
days. That's again at the days.
Oh, the days. Well, I mean the 666. I don't know what else to point out there. If it was 6,000, yeah, I mean, admittedly, if it was 2 days less, I guess that would be more significant. But regardless, there's a new I don't know if you heard about in Chile, but it seems like another Maui type of situation there in Chile with a dew attack. I haven't really got to watch much on it, but Truth Seeker put up a video. A couple other people put up a video. I haven't really got to check it out, but yeah, it seems like they're gonna continue with the targeted attacks. Some might say on certain areas until they can, construct more of these, or rather, not even construct, but add on to already existing. This is what I think. Add on to already existing city centers and whatnot. Kind of upgrade, if you want to call it an upgrade, them into more like smart cities, 15-minute cities, what have you. So it's not even so much that they're going to be building these things from the ground up. They just all they have to do is some might say, right, completely destroy the areas outside of these city centers, forcing people to migrate to these more densely populated 15-minute cities, as they're calling them now, and smart cities. And people will have no option.
That's solid analysis, Pineal.
Yeah, people will have no option. It's like, what are people going to do other than the obvious? Move to the closest option. They're not everyone has the money to go live with maybe, say, family in another country, or even just a lot of people don't have family. So people aren't going to have the money to move from Hawaii to, say, the continental states in the case of Maui, or in Chile, people aren't going to necessarily have the money to move to whatever, Brazil or somewhere else in Chile. I would imagine South America overall, if I remember correctly, is one of the more, well, in many areas, impoverished, not as much as Africa, but impoverished countries. Unlike, the USA, as they call it, Canada, Australia, Europe.
I'd just like to remind Smith Creature that peace is available, and there's no need for imagined disagreements.
What did I say?
No, I'm just joking around, because last time he came on OTW's panel, he's like, "Oh, I saw my buddy Christos up here. I thought maybe I could come up, blah 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 blah." And it was just a very obvious undercover hater bait. When, in all honesty, if we think back to when I was on your show, Pineal, he came on, he dropped some gems, and I gave him his flowers for it. He was talking about the Islam and the green stuff. I don't remember exactly the masking up, and then jihadists. He was making all these connections that the usual Smith connections, but these were pretty good, man. And I gave him his flowers, and I haven't been making fun of that dude's camera for months now, because he fixed his camera. If people remember, he used to come on all stretched out Smith. He would look like he was squashed with whatever was going on with the type of camera he had. So, but no, I just want to throw that up there. It was just funny how he was trying to bait me into some type of superficial, drama or nonsense on panel, when even if I don't have the same belief system, like spiritually as him, just like TBE, like I appreciate when TBE is hopping up on Paul's and doing some contributions. Like, we can set that stuff aside. I've done that. I'm not over here like, oh, yeah, he identifies as this, belief system or this religion. We got to get past that. I think we already know by now within these quote unquote truth or verse panels and communities. Even if people got that layer that some of us feel is a detractment, they can still offer, gem drops and decodes.
So this is what one of the bugs that I've put in my videos before. It looks like I just found another one. And, we can theorize what this is, but if there's any bug experts out there, it has a moving anus. I presume it's some type of DARPA bug sent after me for targeted individual activity. But I'm just a theorist, so what is this? Anybody? Any
Yeah, I
bug
think I heard
experts?
Z. I think I heard Z talking about these when he was referring to being gang stalked.
Really? What, bugs?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, well, I might need to send this in to Mr. Son of Perdition, who I haven't talked to in a while. Shout out to Dustin, but he does tests and whatnot. I've meant to send it in before, but if anybody knows what the fuck this is,
It's a mutated bug, man. It's a fucking X-Men.
I've tried to look into it and I can never find what the fuck it is. It has a moving anal like thing that goes up and down. It's fucking weird.
Watch it. It's gonna jump into you, and it's gonna take control of your mind, man.
Black goo start pouring out of me.
Soup can Earth optics. Eyeball Earth.
The fuck is this fucking thing, dude?
It's an alien, man.
Probably, man.
It's a scout for the alien invasion.
Look at that butt, dude.
Jack
It's like
Harlow.
It's literally twerking, dude.
It's got twerking bugs now.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Harlow
Twerking-
as a ball.
Twerking DARPA gang stalking bugs. Made by Cardi B's.
Whoa.
Made by Cardi B's hit squad. This is more entertaining than anything you'll find on the net, folks. DARPA twerking bugs.
Scientifically made, genetically modified superbug.
The brand you know and trust.
Is this real? Real. I don't know.
Are you actually going live tonight, Pineal?
Plan on it,
Sweet.
God willing. If I don't have to go
Hey,
visit
everybody.
somebody in the damn hospital / rehab.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Guys, make sure you go check out proper instruction. I'm always going to see fucking.
Make sure you guys go check out Cashews, Almonds, Instructionate, hydrogenated oils.
Okay. So make sure to go check out Proper Instruction Motivates People. And that'll be on after this show. And then go check out Pineal Power, who says he's going live. I imagine around the same time as Jack. So
Yeah,
there
I
you
think-
have it.
Yep.
Or maybe,
W. I
maybe
think
shortly
we've had enough
after.
of the loop. Enough of the loop, the Talcadian loop for now. You know, we.
Give me the loop. Give me the loop. Give me the loop.
You ain't getting it.
Give me the FEMA camp loop.
Oh, we're all going into FEMA camp soon.
Take me home.
Time is short.
Country roads to FEMA camp. With all of the bros.
Yeah, I hope they have a Starbucks there. So I can go get one with Moose and Benton.
Not a terrible idea.
Oh, that's going to be funny.
Have you ever have you ever attempted to play a movie on any channel really yet?
No.
No. Because I was looking into copyright free, whatever, royalty free or copyright free movies, and yeah, I'm tempted to try it. I was gonna try it last night, and I just didn't. But
Well, I know that even if you do it in a private StreamYard, it can still actually somehow they can get you for that, if I remember correctly.
well, that's why I'm
YouTube is
wondering.
linked.
Yeah, I guess it'd be best to try it on my backup, not just yeah. I'll probably try it on the backup just to be safe. But what they do sometimes is they'll let stuff pass on a smaller channel, and then you'll try it on a bigger channel. And I've played the same videos on my backup, and then I'll try it on either Pineal Power or Shawnosaurus, and it won't. It'll take it down. So it's just proof that it's has a lot also to do with how many people are going to see it. Like they won't even, if there's barely any people watching, if you have less than 10 people watching, it's a lot of times they won't even catch on to it. It's almost like
okay.
Once you reach certain metrics is when they start caring.
Yeah.
Let me see. Did I drop you that other link? No, I did not. I got mad links being dropped in my chat. Jeez. Alien Invasion, Epstein Island, and Underground Tunnels. All right, cool. This is a new channel. Ellen Red. I've never seen her, so that's cool. What is this? Hank and Z? Okay. Yeti dropping clips.
I feel bad for Hank.
Hank the Tank? Oh, I'm getting unlisted clips now. Damn, I feel special. I'm not going to lie, Pat. You kind of look like an alien in your thumbnail there. And I'm wondering, is there anything that you wanted to tell us? Or?
Yeah. My actual name is Patel, and I come from the planet Krypton.
Your last name is pronounced Douche, right? Douche?
You're corny, bro. You're corny. Oh, man, this bug is just
that was a perfect response, Pineal. There you go.
This bug's literally, now it's not moving. Now it's just sitting with me as I'm going through my email. It's fascinating.
What triggered you guys there? Why did you get triggered?
No one's triggered.
Yeah, and Santa Claus is real.
Oh, tell me you don't believe Santa Claus is real.
I'm not trying to dox you, Pat. I seen your name.
Well, everybody can see my name. It's easy to find. Nothing is being hidden.
Yeah, that's why I said it. If your fucking name's on the internet, it's like we all know who you are. We all know your government name.
You all know what?
If I put my name on the internet, my government name, and somebody says my name, I'm not going to get offended because I put it on there.
Right.
Like EBT, I said his name one day and he's going crazy. I'm like, dude, you said your name multiple times. Like, why are you going crazy? I'm not saying your last name. I'm saying your first name. And, they get over dramatic. Oh, you're doxing me. Oh.
It makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's just Karens, man.
I don't
Snowflake.
JG's got a runaway train of thought.
What do you mean?
No, it just seemed that you asked if we were triggered, like as if Pat or one Pineal and I didn't want you to say his last name. Whereas if I'm correct, it sounded like we were expecting you to make a joke of Douche, which probably heard 100 times before, the last name like that. So that's why Pineal said you were corny, and that was that. But we weren't triggered, like, oh, don't say his name or anything. That's just making sure that you understood where we were coming from.
Well, once I said Douche and he said corny, I'm like, oh, why is he saying corny? Is he getting triggered here?
Well, it's just like the meme thing. Like people, you're known for using that phrase with others, so it's kind of just a thing at this point we know you for.
And you guys are all trying to emasculate me with the corniness.
No, it's just a great moment to throw it in there because it was corny. If you were gonna make that joke.
Oh shit, OTW, you are my neighbor. That's a good one.
Life's corny.
Hey, Jay Heighton, let's hook up, man. If I'm your neighbor. Where are you from, Jay Heighton? Now you've piqued my curiosity. That, and he's corny. That's from Don McRon. Ice Grills is like, you dudes into corny? Not necessarily. We're trying to, it's not something we promote over here. It's like,
What are some other words? What are some synonyms for corny?
I just wanted to say real quick, shout out to Not Know, also known as Don McRon.
Not no. Way to blow the cover there.
yeah.
Whack,
So yeah, I
lame,
got
corny,
another clip
lame,
here for you.
whack, corny, whack.
All right. Any final words? I gotta get out of here.
I got one more short. It's a minute long. You might have seen this already, but they have robotic priests now. And I think this might be from the AI synagogue or AI monastery or temple or whatever the fuck in 400-year-old Japanese temple.
という思いが湧き上がってくる。家族をはじめとする身近な人たち、さらには目覚めたなら今度は自分以外の人たちのために生きたいという思いが湧き上がってくる。
で、決定的な違いは、私も仲間も僧侶も同じような法話をし、同じような言葉を交わすんですが、死にます。死んだら途絶えます。ロボットは死なない。だからロボットは永久に進化し続けてくれるんですね。だからここに魅力があるんです、ロボットの。
慈しみが自分を救うことにもつながってくる。
Yeah, the optics are extremely disturbing, to say the least.
Very disturbing. No comprende. Very strange. Very, very weird. So, any final words, ladies and gentlemen, even though we only have the gentleman species on the panel?
Well, yeah, we have the chance before us, ladies and gentlemen, to forge a new world order. And I think we'll do just that if we focus our attention on it. So.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to the controlled weirdos in the bleachers with their binoculars. Good to see you as always.
Controlled weirdos.
All right.
Optics high.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna just hit the fucking outro and get on out of here. Have a great day, guys.
Everybody psychotic.